The season is here, and the Pelicans gear up to do battle in Memphis, Tennessee against John Morant and the boys. So we're going to break down everything you need to know about the Pelicans, everything you need to know about the Grizzlies, everything you need to know because the season is here, and it's the Pelicans scoop. Y'all know what to do. Cue my music!
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelican Scoop. I am your host, the most Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, the season is here. We are back. We're finally here. We done made it through, this year to the Pelican Scoop, and we done made it through the hell that was last year. Hopefully that we can, just make it to the promised land this year, even though the promised land is the NBA championship, and no way in hell do I think the Pelicans are going to win an NBA championship this year, but damn it, can we start making some steps in the right direction? And honestly, game number one couldn't have been better. John Morant versus Zion Williamson, two brothers from South Carolina, one from Spartanburg, and I don't know where John from, but I know him from South Carolina. Two brothers from South Carolina that came in number 1 and number 2 pick in the draft. You know, you got people, so you got a subsection that be like, oh, Pelicans should have took John Morant. Why did took, all this. Great saga. We two guys from the same AAU team. Like, this couldn't have been perfect. In a season that the Pelicans really needed this the most, in a season where you're trying to see a redemption of Zion Williamson, it's only right that they kick it off in Memphis. Yeah. And then we in Memphis, Tennessee, man. We go kick it out down there in Memphis, man. All the music, all that. We're going to go down Memphis, Tennessee. In a matchup where you got two superstars who in their own way have gotten in their way of progressing to be one of the faces of the NBA. You already know what John Morant with his issues. You know what Zion Williamson his issues. Doesn't matter. It's game number 1 of 82, and let's break this bad boy down. So because this is a Pelican channel, we're going to say the Pelicans for later. Let's talk about the Grizzlies and what you should be expecting. So number one, the Grizzlies they have some injuries going on. So right now, Ty Jerome's going to be out. He has a calf injury. Scottie Pippen Jr. who's going to be out with a toe injury. He's had toe surgery. Zach Edey, which is huge. This is huge. Not only is he huge in stature, but this is huge for the Pelicans that Zach Edey is going to be out for this game. Pelicans do not do well with size. We already know. We saw what happened when they just played the Rockets the other day. Gave them a valiant effort, but that was still a problem having 6'11 Jabari Smith Jr., 6'11 Steven Adams, 6'11 Kevin Durant, 6'11, what's the guy? Sengun, 6'10, whatever, Sengun, and you got 6'8, 6'7 Amen Thompson, so it's like we already seen with the Pelicans. We already know, all right, and the Pelicans have their rebounding issues. So having Zach Edey not in this game for the Grizzlies, this is going to be huge. And also Brandon Clark is going to be out for the Grizzlies. So these are four, and I mean actual key, especially Scottie Pippen Jr. and definitely Zach Edey. They just brought in Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome had a great year with the Cavs last year, so paid him a little bit of cheese, brought him in. So these are pretty much 4. I count Brandon Clark too. So this is 4 crucial injuries that the Grizzlies are going to be out with. Well, crucial injuries, crucial players the Grizzlies are not going to have, and the Pelicans have to take full advantage. In a sense where I'm saying that, look, the Pelicans always start off slow every year. Every damn year they start off slow. They start off in the hole, and they have to come crawl out the grave to try and save this season. Zion, please save us. Brandon Ingram, please save us. CJ McCollum, please. Like, that's over with. Those guys are gone. All right, so this needs to be the year. You're in a Western Conference that is juiced to the gills. Everybody's good in the West. Everybody's a monster. It's like being in the SEC of the NBA. It's going to be tough. Every game is going to be tough. Other than the Utah Jazz, and Ace Bailey's got something to say about that in the next couple of years, but every game is going to be a challenge. So in a season where you're going to be playing a team that's dwindled like this, a team that, pretty much always rises to the occasion. This was supposed to be the rivalry. It's just Ja and Zion have had their own misfortunes, so why this rivalry hasn't been built up, but the Grizzlies and the Pelicans was supposed to be the rivalry. Like, this is supposed to be the new next young, like, oh, Zion and Ja, New Orleans and Memphis, they right there next to each other, like the 901 versus the 504. Like, it was supposed to be that, and own misfortunes of both franchises that never really took off. The Grizzlies tried to pick a battle with the Warriors, and they should have been, it should have been us, and the Pelicans didn't meet them where they should have met them in the playoffs, and have been a situation like that where we do meet. So this is a year where I think that this game, even though it's 1 of 82, I'm going to preface that again. I'm not going to put too much in it because it's 1 of 82. But it's a good way for the Pelicans to right their wrongs and start the season off fast and hard pause if needed, but fast and hard to where it's like, okay, such and such go down later in the year. Okay, we got a couple wins built up. We can weather the storm a little bit. Not when somebody goes down and you're already 3-4 games under 500 and you're like, well, god damn, like, I was just doom and despair and gloom. So the Pelicans got to jump on their ass early and put their foot on their neck. Put them out their misery. Even though it's 1 of 82. But that's not where we're going to stop with. So I had to do some digging. Because, all right, cool. The Grizzlies got these guys out. I'm not watching the Grizzlies. I watched a couple games, see what they're looking like, how they play. Who is the guys that they're really looking forward to take that leap this year? Like, who's the guys that they're looking to, step into place of this? So I had to go do some digging. I found this Grizzlies page on Twitter. Everybody's going to have, he said he's the #1 source for Grizzlies and all that. So it's a Grizzly_season. And this is what Grizzly season says. So the 3 most important players if the Grizzlies want to have early success in the season, well, the Pelicans are your first game. So you're going to be expecting these guys to have some type of success against the Pelicans. Javon Small, Cedric Coward, and Jock Landale. Each player will have a significant role to start the season. So Javon Small, he's been playing some good basketball. I went and checked the stats of the last couple games. He's been coming alive. Jock Landale, I remember he was on the Suns. I remember a couple years back. He's a solid rotational big. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna plug him in for Edie not being there. And Jaren Jackson Jr. also is not a good rebounder. So it's like the Pelicans. This is an opportunity. You don't have Edie there. I mean, they got Sandy coming off the bench, who's a good rebounder, but also it's like, bro, they gotta find a way to team rebound because you're not gonna have Looney. We'll get to the Pelicans, but like rebounding. And so also he gave a depth chart of what he thinks the opening night lineup will look like. So starters: John Morant, KCP, Jalen Wells, the rookie from last year, I think, pretty good. Jalen Wells pretty good. Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, of course, and then Jock Landale starting at center because there's no Zach Edey. So that's what the starting lineup is gonna look like: Ja, KCP, Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Jock Landale. And, KCP, sniper. We know what John Morant brings. We know what Jaren Jackson Jr. brings. Rim protection, can shoot, it was pretty offensively skilled, terrible rebounder. I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. is damn near 7 foot, 1,000, and averages like 3 rebounds, 4 rebounds a game. Zion Williamson doesn't really do the best with length like that, like a Giannis, but he's dunked on Jaren Jackson Jr. before. He's actually put him in the rim. So, how is this going to work with Zion with no Edey out there? How Zion's got to take full advantage. No ifs and buts about it if the Pelicans want to have, well, not have, but go get a W. Now let's talk about the Pelicans. So with injuries-wise with the Pelicans, Derek Queen did get cleared the other day to resume basketball activities and playing and whatnot. So huge, knowing that you're not going to be without Kevon. Let's say knowing that you're not going to have Kevon Looney out there opening night. Well, we'll see when Kevon Looney comes out, but he's not going to be there for the first couple games where you're going to need front court help. Right now it's looking like Misi, Hunter Dickinson, and then Carlo. So how soon is Derek Queen able to get on the court? How much is Willie going to play him? Or they say he's been in great basketball condition, been taking care of his body. So say at hard practice, they drop some highlights of him on the team Instagram, Twitter, whichever way you consume your media. They drop some highlights of him at practice. So how soon is he able to get on the court? I don't know. Maybe he might play tomorrow. I don't know, but he has been resumed. So looking like right now it's just going to be obviously no DeJounte and no Looney. But other than that, I think the Pelicans, like, you're going to be fine. You're going to have Zion, Trey, Herb, the guys that are going to be crucial, Poole, they're going to be playing. So I think, and I'm willing to go out on a limb right now, this game will be won in the third quarter. Depending how the Pelicans, because historically the Pelicans come out of halftime, going to be on the road. Grizzlies, they want to jump on your ass. All right, they're already down some good guys. They're going to want to jump you in that third quarter. Depending how the Pelicans come out in that third quarter, they're going to have a strong or they have a terrible third quarter. We know what happens in the fourth quarter. We know how this goes. Might be a little different this year, but I just know how this goes in the tenure of Silly Willie so far and how the team goes into the fourth quarter, goes into the third quarter. Like, it's just, ugh. So this game will be won in the third quarter. Rebound. Keys to victory. Rebound. Team rebounding. We already know Trey Murphy's not that much of a rebounder. Zion's not that much of a rebounder. Fears damn near is a pretty good rebounder at this point. Like, they have to rebound. Like, Zion needs to end this game with 9 to 10 rebounds. Jaren Jackson Jr. is allergic to rebounding. There is no Zach Edey. Attack the glass. Attack. Put pressure on the rim. Collapse the defense. Open shots will be there. I ain't going to do too much about the Pelicans. Silly Willie just got to come through. I just think the main key is rebound, 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 rebound. You're getting a gift. No Zach Edey. You don't have to worry about a 7'3" guy out there. You don't have a guy over 7'1". You don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about it. Jaren Jackson Jr., like I said, he's allergic to rebounding. Put pressure on the rim, attack. We'll open the floor up, and I think the Pelicans will be fine as long as they hit their threes. Of course, that always is a given. You gotta hit your threes, you gotta hit your shots if you're open. But I just think there will be open shots. Zion gravity, Trey's gravity, Poole's gravity, rebound, and defense. I'm more nervous. I'm not really worried about the offense no more. I think we have enough firepower on offense. Defense, rebound. Put Herb on Ja all game. I don't give a damn who. Go high Poole. Go put Poole. Maybe on, not even gonna say on KCP. Go who's ever the worst offensive player on the court. Put Poole. Go high Poole. Put Herb on Ja. Let's just start it off like that. Make it night hard. Ja's the engine. Make his night hard right there. We're gonna start out with put Herb on him. I'm not the coach of the Pelicans, so that's just me. If I'm looking at it, that's my keys to victory. Put Herb on Ja early. All right, try and get Ja offensive rhythm, all that. Unless Ja try and get some fouls on Herb and whatnot. Defense got to step up. Because in the preseason, there's been times where the defense looked good, and there's been times the defense was, defense, rebounding. But if the Pelicans can lock in and do that and handle their business, there's no reason why I don't think they shouldn't win this game, especially with the injuries the Grizzlies have. A lot of key guys. They're going to be playing a lot of young guys. Like I said, the Javon Small guy, he's pretty good, but we're going to have to see. Okay? Y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Season's ramping up. I'm sorry about how I'm not been uploading. I just got promoted at work a little bit, so it's like I don't have it. I'm trying to work out the time, and last year I was just doing what I was doing, and this, so I had a lot of time to get to this. Now it's kind of it's a lot going on, guys. But trust me, I'm making it work. I'm making it work for you guys. It's a great season. We're gonna get this bad boy rolling. I know I've been saying that. We're gonna keep trying to keep it rolling, bro. Overall, thank you guys for your love and support. Like I said, comment down below whatever you're thinking. Comment down below what you think the key to victory is. Let me know. Maybe I missed something. Y'all let me know. Been your host of the most, Jordan Kitchens, and I'm signing out. Peace.